What comes to mind when you hear the phrase, romanticize your life? Perhaps you see a mindful morning routine and fresh coffee. Or on the contrary, maybe Pinterest perfect pictures that always seem just out of reach. If you've been searching for that beautiful life that romanticizing is supposed to offer, and you're wondering where we went wrong with the whole concept, then the baker's story is for you. Sometimes I'll try to romanticize a chore in an effort to make it more enjoyable. And instead of feeling grateful for life, I feel more angry. Like I have to go buy a new candle or something, or make my house look prettier in order to fully enjoy the moment, or even make myself look prettier. Isn't that not the point? When I think of someone who has mastered the ritual of romanticizing life, I think of the jolly old baker in Haven Hollow. If you visited the Hollow with me before, then you might know that you'll find the bakery near the town center, just past the very normal cafe. The baker always keeps it looking sparkly with fairy lights over the outdoor seating and flowers at the door. I'd also like to note that he has the softest napkins, not those scratchy brown ones you sometimes get. As you enter the bakery, you're met with the overwhelming warmth of baked goods, crafted with all the love of the jolly old baker himself. His eyes have the kindest crinkle when he smiles. His soft voice is always welcoming, and he makes an effort to remember your name each time you visit. From the heartwarming magic of his baked creations to the attention he gives every customer, the magic of the bakery is most fitting for when you need the comfort of a soft hug or a reminder that life can taste sweet. But with all the beauties of the bakery, those who know the jolly old baker the most know that he's not always as jolly as he seems. He always fusses over the light bulbs that have gone out over the seating that he's so carefully crafted. And he always notices when the napkins run low because he doesn't want to use those backup scratchy brown ones and risk ruining your bakery experience. He's even hired a handful of village musicians to perform soft music to really cozy up the place. He has the power to make every aspect of the bakery beautiful, so why would he miss that opportunity? As someone who creates videos about finding beauty in life, I can totally understand where he's coming from. I often feel like I can't live up to my own curated movie moments. I have to change something and make it look better and do a second take just because of one tiny little detail that didn't look in place. And there's an artistic side of that I really enjoy, but then there's more of a perfectionistic side. Sometimes I find myself thinking that I need to move to a cottage in the forest and put bows in my hair and dance around in dresses and become a little Disney princess and talk to all the animals in order to even be qualified to talk about beauty. I don't know. Truly, the baker is pretty great at keeping up with his to-do list. But there's one thing on the list that never seems to actually get checked off. See, since he's busy baking chocolate chip cookies and fairy berry pies and changing light bulbs and refreshing flowers, he often gets behind on those dang dirty dishes. There are stacks of them. Teacups from the morning customers over here, dessert plates from last night's dinner rush over there. There's spoons in one corner, measuring cups piled up over here. And it's somewhat unrelated, but his blend of pixie potion seems to keep disappearing. No, I heard that too. Something about someone named Shirley drinking it all up. Oh, I heard it was Giselle. Today, the baker is preparing extra baked goods for the spring festival, and the dishes are becoming a waste of time. It's not just that the chore seems to be unprofitable, but he's been wanting to upgrade to more elegant dishes, and it just hasn't been in the budget. Washing the dishes is one reminder after another that his bakery hasn't quite measured up to his ideal customer experience. Now listen before you go off suggesting all your solutions to his problems. Okay, I'm sure you've thought that maybe he should hire some help, but the only villagers available that don't already have an occupation are the fairies, and the fairies are just not reliable as employees. The baker picks up the plate at the top of the stack, fills the sink with warm, soapy water, and begins to wash dish after dish, agitation growing and frustration looming. He lifts the next plate, puts it in the water, and scrubs. And the next plate, in the water, scrubs. And the next plate, in the water, scrub. The next plate, in the water, scrub. Plate, water, scrub. Plate, water, scrub. You think we made that dramatic enough to really hit home? Oh, we nailed it. Okay, I agree. He reaches for his old weathered teapot to scrub next, but it slips past the suds and onto the floor where it shatters. Between the overwhelm, unmet expectations, and frustration, the baker's jolly disposition turns to anger as he stares at the broken teapot. A chorus of voices from all the times he's been told to look on the bright side of life rushes his thoughts, and he's inclined to push down the anger and instead choose to see the good news that he has a good reason to finally purchase a prettier teapot. But as the evening twinkle lights turn on the back patio, and the fireflies begin to buzz, and the voices in his head give way to the hum of customers chatting in his bakery, his anger shifts to sadness as he realizes the teapot that broke was his mother's. It's the same teapot she used when teaching him to bake all those years ago. And each crack in the dish releases a memory of all the times they spent in the kitchen crafting his passion and perfecting recipes. Echoes of laughter, a faint scent of his first burned muffin, a distant warmth from his mother's sweet hugs when the recipe turned out just perfectly and they celebrated with a fresh cup of tea. He turns to the pile of teacups and picks up the nearest one that still has a bit of bright red lipstick from Granny Leia's visit to the bakery this morning. Another plate, the one the baker likes the least because of a little chip in the side, still has part of a little girl's muffin from lunch. Each chip and dent and leftover crumb, like the cracks, transform into a memory. A supportive customer who allows the baker to run his shop, and a happy belly full of his carefully crafted creations. The perfect dishes he's been saving to buy seem so insignificant in comparison to these dishes that have been his tools all these years, and he returns to washing, grateful for the chance to relive each memory and take care of the tools that serve him so well. And rumor has it, he uses the money he's been saving on a dishwasher, because even in a life of romanticized rituals, sometimes there's magic to be found in simplifying.